pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on, approval of the agenda. Make a motion.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-2. Public comments on non-agendized items. So go to, whatever, last name, RV Park.
Yeah, either one, here or over
I'm Saul,
Aye.
and Saul Oduyale is my name. Everybody here probably knows who I am. I welcome the opportunity to be heard on your meeting, and I appreciate the fact that you give me this opportunity to present my proposal. We have 3 adjoining lots, big lots, right now on 304 Estrada Boulevard, right there behind Portico. It will be west of Portico.
West of Portico.
Yes, and it is sort of northeast of Santo Tomas, coming from that direction.
Okay.
It is that street that passes behind the post office,
Okay.
right on 98,
Uh-huh.
and you could only access it from turning right, heading west. So it goes straight north to converge and turn right to join the Portico to come out on Cole Road.
Come on.
It is a very odd lot, but in the area we have a big mobile home park, about 3 addresses north.
That's correct. Right next to Fort.
Yes. And I want to propose to the city to give me the opportunity to develop these lots by merging them, first to merge them together so it will be easy to work with rather than be fragmented into, right now they're fragmented into the 3 pieces, but they're all together as one big piece, as you see on the table there. And it already has existing city services such as water, city sewage system, and electricity. But we upgrade all those amenities to accommodate the project. So there's no threat to public health in terms of where are we going to dump the sewage or where are we going to get water from and stuff like that. So these city services actually enhance the property as it is, because if it was to be just an ordinary lot in the middle of the desert, just to get water and sewage will be almost impossible. So that is a plus for us. We've consulted with some local engineers, and the lots, when put together, is slightly under 2 acres. And we think we could fit in there about maybe 40 to 50 RV spaces with facilities to be added later on, such as public bathroom, public shower, garbage area, all the concerns that the city may raise. We will make sure that we meet the challenge and provide all those facilities. Right now, it is very unsightly. It is kind of maybe people come and dump trash and go their way, or somebody bring the abandoned vehicle and things like that. We will clean all of those up. It is my plan to clean all of those up. And I will move out all those things that don't belong there, that we pull it down. We will regrade the facility, the land, such that we can have retention of flood drains. And I think on Estrada Boulevard, the city already put in a big flood drain. I think there are 2 or 3. And there are a lot of fire hydrants on that street also that we may tap into to bring in big pipes for fire concerns. So it will cost less to develop this land than some place else that is, say, on the way to Yuma. And it is my request and my wish and to ask you to support me in this endeavor. And I will appreciate all that you can do to make this a success. And I welcome everybody's input as to what we can do to improve our city of Calexico. I know that nothing in recent times have been done like this, but we will like to attract businesses that currently are being retained only in a Central and maybe Holtville and Brawley, where they have all those RVs. All the snowboards come, but there's no snowboards here in Calexico in the wintertime. And a lot of people go to Mexicali or Baja South to Ensenada, El Golfo, or what is the name of that other town? Can't remember it right now. But a lot of people pass through here, transitioning to Mexico or coming back from Mexico, and there's no facility here to accommodate them. And I would like for you to help us approve this.
Thank you, Mr. Small. Since it's not an agendized item, we can discuss it. The only thing we can ask you is to go ahead and submit an application with our staff and then go through the process with them. But thank you for your information, and once that application is submitted through our planning department, then we can go ahead and discuss the same further.
Which application is that?
Mr. Morales?
Excuse me, can you get closer to the mic, please?
It's not working.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
This one works.
Chairperson Felix and planning commissioners. Sol did submit an application to the development service requesting that his project be reviewed, which it was. He was charged a development fee to take it to the project review committee or development review committee, which was taken. I don't know whether you have that packet before you or you'll be given a packet. And basically what happened is that it was taken to the development review committee. At that time, it was reviewed by the committee, and there were comments that were made on the solar project. And the main one was the zoning. The current zone in that area is an R1, which does not permit for RV development. There is a difference, like Sol brought out, that there is a mobile home park right next door to where he wants to develop his RV park. But there is a difference between an RV park and a mobile home park. Mobile home park is more stable in the sense that it's permanent. People will go in there, they'll live, and they'll stay there on a permanent basis, where an RV is on a temporary basis that people will stay there from overnight to maybe a couple weeks max. RV parks will have more traffic, which would have a major impact on the R1 zone. RV requires more space. For every RV parking, they have to have two parkings, one for the travel trailer and then the other one for a vehicle. The other things, as you can see, some of the other comments that were made from the other departments was from having to meet the fire code. The fire department also brought up that it would need 3 acres for an RV park. This they got from the municipal code from the city of Hopeville. The city of Calexico does not have requirements an RV park, so they looked into the neighboring city. There is no fire hydrants on the site either. There has to be a radius of 35 feet for safety and emergency vehicles, which does not have. So it did provide a site plan, but it was very preliminary. There has to be some landscaping. There have to be restrooms, or due to the type of usage. And there needs to be a retention, which it doesn't show there. All these things, the way the shape of the project is designed, we feel that it would be very difficult to put that in there. But again, we go back to what is the primary reason that it was rejected was the reason that on the zoning. So in order for Sol to have this project put in there, the zoning would have to be changed, and that is something that it would be almost impossible to have a spot zone, which would have to be industrial, just for a RV park. So these are the reasons. We did talk to Sol. Basically, we wanted to look for some other type of project. It would be an ideal project for apartment complex, which even though the zoning is R1, we could help them with probably a CUP to get his some apartments in there, and that would be something that would be very beneficial because there's a great need for apartments in there. So at this time, basically, yes, it did go to the development review, and yes, it was denied by the development review committee at that point. So there was a letter that was sent out to Sol informing him that his project had been denied.
Thank you, Rob. Since it's not on the agenda, once again, we can discuss it and we can make any questions to staff. We just need to acknowledge receipt of the information we received right now from staff. And Mr. Saul proposed project design. I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Saul, other than you have the information in front of you from staff. You want to discuss it further with Mr. Morales, you could do so. You very much can do so. And revise your project application to meet what they say is in conformity with the existing zoning laws. And that's all I can honestly say right now, because we don't have your agenda. We don't have your item for discussion on our agenda, not unless you request for it to be placed for further discussion. This is just information to us right now.
Excuse me I don't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, no problem.
In one of, I think it's the second or the third page of my handout,
This one?
yes,
Okay.
I did formally request to be on the agenda about maybe 6 weeks ago, and I was sort of led to believe that I was on the agenda for today, which is why I came.
Well, you can see that you're not. This is just public comments. This is not for discussion or action. So we cannot open for discussion or discuss your item at all. It's not properly agendized. We cannot comment, make questions, or ask you anything pertaining to your application because it's not on the agenda for discussion. The way it is right now, it says that you just want to let us know of what you're considering to do.
Okay.
But it's not for discussion or for us to cross-examine with them or question your staff or your project engineer about your project application. If you want to, you can take it back to Mr. Morales or speak to Mr. Villa and ask for further directions.
Okay.
Okay?
So I will talk to Mr. Morales
Yes, please.
and see what we can do to bring it back on the agenda.
Right. Yeah, if you want to meet with him and Mr. Villa for further direction. But
Okay.
as of right now, we can't discuss it any further.
Okay.
All right?
I will go through that process.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saul. Moving on. Approval of, Mr. Morales, you have something to say?
Yeah, just a further comment. We did give the opportunity to Sol to give his comments, and like I said, his project was denied. One of the things that if you read the letter that was sent to Sol, you will see that in the last paragraph that he was charged a 5810. At that time, we told him, you know, I had a conversation with Sol, and at that time, I had informed him that it looked like his project was going to. It didn't look like a project that would be desirable for that area because of the zoning. And he did insist that he still wanted to go before the Development Review Committee, which we went ahead and gave him that opportunity. He did pay the $5,800 for it to go before the Development Review, but after a discussion with the city manager, we decided to reduce that fee from $5,800 to $1,800 as a pre-construction review more than anything else. So the city is willing to reimburse the balance of that. And even though he did request, continue to request to go to the development review, the city is still willing to reimburse him that money. But like I said before, the biggest issue is not that it's not a good project. It is a good project that he has. Unfortunately, it would be a good project if we put it in an area that would qualify under the zoning requirements. Unfortunately, where he is planning to put it or recommending to put it, it's in an area that's residential. There will be a lot of traffic, and I don't think that it would be fair for the residents in that area to have all that traffic that's in there, and plus it's just not the proper area for that type of a project. So basically, like I said, I feel that Mr. Sol has a good project, and it would be something that's very desirable in Calexico, but he needs to look for an area that would complement the zoning, so it could be put in that area.
Okay, thank you. Moving on, consent agenda. Approval of the planning commission minutes of May 22nd, 2017. If I can make a correction on the minutes on the page, they're not numbered, but that's where the voting was collected. It says approved unanimously. If it can show for the record that I was absent at that meeting, so it will not say unanimously, it will give you the 4 votes, absent, Felix. If they can correct that for the record, please. Well, there's no, is the last page where? And the first one, she said on the voting, this is unanimous, passed unanimously, and it has to show that I was absent. Okay. No more corrections? Do we have a motion? Second? Who? No, who's making the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Cardenas,
And second.
second by Commissioner Salazar. I'll abstain since I was absent on that day.
Aye. Yes, I'll pass.
Motion carries. Well, then, let me correct myself then. I'll approve it so it could pass. Okay, motion by Cardenas, seconded by Salazar. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Staff comments. Do we have any comments from staff? No. Ralph? Yes, no comments? Planning commissioners, any comments? No? No comments. Ulysses?
No, Madam Chair.
Ralph, I do have some. If we can add for the next agenda, a summary report on the Palmas subdivision trailer RV park or whatever slash is called. Yeah. Mobile home park, pre-manufacture, whatever. I don't know what it's called now. What's it called? Las Palmas? Las Palmas subdivision. Also, if we can get an update from either city manager or public works director via memo on the status on Grand Plaza Phase 2. I'd like to know where we are with that bridge. And the town center also, it came to the planning prior, and I don't know what's going on out there. I keep hearing that it's obsolete, or that there's a new project being replaced. So if we can just get a summary report. That'll be all. If we can bring that just via summary report, something in writing, whatever, for the next meeting. Any other comments? No? Nope. That's it. Meeting adjourned.